How you doing, guys? It's Eric from RuleTheWasteland.com. This is just a quick video to tell you about my survival fishing kit. I know I've been yakking about this for a long time. I finally got it completed, and I'm going to have a small amount ready for sale. I was trying to put one together for myself, and it kind of took on a life of its own. So it took me a long time to figure out exactly how I wanted to make them, but I'm just going to do a quick run through. These are going to be for sale. I have a very limited run of them because I don't know if I'm going to keep making them after this initial batch. But there's at least 70, and any order that's placed on my Shopify store, because they're going to be on Amazon too, but once that runs out, it'll just be on Shopify. So any order that's placed on Shopify in the month of April will be honored, will be shipped out. But after the first 70, it's going to be back ordered, so it'll take a few weeks possibly if you order after the first 70 people. But this is it. It's in a little 120 milliliter 4-ounce tin. I decided to go with the screw top tin because there's not that many survival fishing kits out there, and the ones that are out there are either in like flimsy plastic bags or like Altoid style tins that can pop open. These are watertight, potentially even airtight tins that you can use for a lot of other purposes, making char cloth, storing things in, whatever. Screws open. My idea was that, instead of trying to go with a lot of crazy variety, really like cool, gimmicky stuff, I just wanted more of the things that you'd actually really need in a survival fishing situation. I'm not some kind of fishing expert, but it comes down to fishing line and hooks are the most important things. Everything else can be improvised much more easily than the line, especially. Even something like the hooks can be improvised somewhat more so than the line. So for me, the line was the most important part. So instead of having 50, 75 feet, I actually included 80 meters of line in two different strengths. We have 15-pound test and 30-pound test, which should allow you to capture anything from small, tiny, like crappies and bluegill and stuff like that, up to big predatory fish, maybe even like walleye and stuff like that. So that was my idea. Plenty of line, two different spools, so you don't have to run out. You can just take a little bit off, cut it and use it, or leave it on the spool. And you can even try to like wind up. And the tin itself, you could use the outside of the tin kind of like an improvised handrail. It also includes 3 of these bobbers. They're, I think, 2.5-inch cigar floats with a little plastic stopper to put in there. So you get 3 bobbers. You get 12 bobber stoppers, small and medium. These can be used for, helping with the bobbers, keeping the line on there. And also, they're great for keeping the stuff from falling off the spool. You can put the bobber stopper on there and wrap it around so it doesn't. I think there's a little hole in there even that you might be able to stick the line through, so then it won't come back out the other side. Keep it from unspooling. There's 3 different size treble hooks. I don't remember the actual sizes on these. If I have the sizes, I'll put them in the link in the description. But 3 different treble hooks. The cool thing about the treble hooks is they can also be used for, obviously in a survival situation, you're not going to be following any laws, but you can even use these to capture birds and stuff like that if you put some bait on there and get the bird to swallow it. Not the best way to go, but in an emergency situation. 3 different barrel swivels with the quick connect clips on there. You got 6 split shot sinkers. I believe they're number 5, and they're the removable ones, so they have the little open end so you can prime on and off. It can be done by hand, but I have a little tool in here to help with that as well. We have a, I think it's a, what do they call those? The 1/16 ounce jig. I forget the name of it. And then 3 egg bullet sinkers, I think 1/8 of an ounce. So you have a lot of different options in terms of weighing things down. When it comes to hooks, we have 10 what I would consider large hooks, and then 20 small, large and medium, medium and small. So you have a total of 30 just in regular hooks, 3 of the treble hooks. You've got the jig on there, and then in the lures, there's also a fly in each, assorted varieties in each of the lure bags. Now, the colors and exact look of all the lures in here will vary just because there's like assorted colors and whatnot. But in general, there's 3 of these little glow-in-the-dark, I don't know if you can see right there, glow-in-the-dark grub maggots. They're like a 1.5 inches or something like that. So 3 glow-in-the-dark lures. You got 3 single-tail plastic grub lures, 2 of these squid-looking crappie-style lures, and then a 2.5-inch minnow style lure of some different colors, and then assorted flies in there as well, one in each. So you got a lot of different options when it comes to artificial lures. Then we have 3 different lengths of wire leaders that also have barrel swivels and the quick clips on there as well. Lots of different options you can use with those. Potentially even make small snares out of them. And then each kit, because I wanted these to be complete kits, so that obviously you would include this in a bug out bag, a get home bag, a car kit at home. But I also wanted them to function pretty much as a complete unit. So if you just had it in your pocket or whatever, it wouldn't assume that you had other things with it. So it was difficult to find any sort of real knives or anything to put in there. So I just included 2 razor blades. You can use these to cut the line, to skin and fillet fish, to do all sorts of stuff. And then to remove the hooks and do all sorts of other things that you need to do, there's actually a mini multi-tool pliers in every kit. Folds open. Pretty cool. Very useful for removing hooks if you need to, different things like that. And you can use it to cut the line. It does have multiple tools on here, including one that's called a knife, but they're not very sharp. So that's why I wanted to make sure I included the razors as well. Little screwdriver. So it's actually a decent little multi-tool. Obviously, it's not super high-end, but it's one of the few ones that'll fit in there, and it gives you that plier ability too, which has a lot of different uses. Not just involved in emergency survival fishing. So that's it, guys. That is the kit. Little spools of line. It's not some loose hand spool. Got 80 meters here. That's over 260 feet. A 15 and 30 pound test. Over 30, I think 33 different types of hooks. 10 different types of artificial lures. You got the swivels, you got the bobbers, everything you need to have multiple chances to procure food in a wilderness survival situation or a grid down, any sort of situation you might find yourself needing to fish, or use the line and these supplies for other things as well, the razors, the multi-tool, the fishing line. There's other applications for that beyond just fishing. So thanks a lot, guys. Trying to keep this pretty short. I'm already almost at 8 minutes. But if you want to pick them up, make sure you order this month, because I don't know if I'm going to keep doing it for sure. Depends on how well they sell. But if they're out on Amazon, make sure you check my Shopify store, because you can still place an order there even if their inventory is sold out, and I will finish those orders. If you order after it's sold out, though, just keep in mind it will probably be 2 to 3 weeks before I'm able to get them to you, because I'll have to order some more of the components. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you later.